Hello, everybody. This is Scooby.
And that means I'm Steven, and you're here for another episode of The Feedback, where us two gentlemen get together. One of us picks out a song to listen to for the day. Then we wait for the other person's unscripted, unrehearsed reactions to it, and then also just continue to talk about how that song makes us feel, both either as the person that was bringing it to the song or the new person, what it reminds us of. We'll break down the lyrical content. When we remember, we break down the music video, and if there is one, we get lost along the way and talk about lots of other things, including our drinks. That's going to be our first one. I have a water and a Starry today. I went a little bit light. You know, I know we have been known for going for 3 on occasion, but I only went with 2 today. Scoobs, what do you have for drinks, and what's our song?
I also went a little bit light. I have a Gatorade. It's pink, but apparently its government name is Berry.
Interesting.
It's Gatorade Zero because I gotta watch the sugar still. And I have water, of course, because hydration is key. So for the song today, I have chosen a song by the artist Tom Cardy. Now, I don't know, have you heard of Tom Cardy, Stephen?
I have not.
Tom Cardy is I would describe his sound as pop funk, but also comedy. I have brought, I think, only one comedy song to the podcast so far, which was Wolves of Glendale. But I have a very deep appreciation for comedy bands because it's hard to be a musician. And it's hard to be a comedian. And when you put the two together and you can make a genuinely funny song that is also catchy as hell, that's talent. Like that is like multiplying the difficulty of what you're doing. It's like being a musician on hard mode.
Yeah, it's like giving yourself extra steps to get to what you're trying to get to for the only challenge of yourself. It's like, can I do it?
Yeah. Growing up, I listened to Tenacious D, which I probably shouldn't have, to be honest.
Not at such a young age, right?
a little bit mature. But there were also groups like Flight of the Conchords jump to mind, and as I mentioned, Wolves of Glendale. Ninja Sex Party is another group that I greatly enjoy. The Axis of Awesome, and now Tom Cardy. He is Australian, and you'll be able to tell he's got the accent.
Oh,
But
no.
it's not quite that strong. But the song I have chosen today is called HS, which is an acronym. I would ask you to guess what it is, but, kind of difficult. But the song comes from... It was actually a standalone single that came out in 2023, but was later released on his full-length album, The Dance Floor at the End of the Universe. And lyrics and instruments, all done by the man himself. Something that I would like to note is that he has collaborated with quite a few different artists. Montaigne is another Australian artist that he's collaborated with several times, who they actually do the current theme song to one of my favorite podcasts, My Brother and Me. He has also collaborated with both Tupperware Remix Party, Twerp, and Ninja Sex Party, and also with the comedian Brian David Gilbert, who is currently part of Dropout, formerly College Humor, and just kind of a comedian in his own right. Not really a musician, but he was like, hell yeah, I'll do a song with Tom Cardy, which is kind of cool.
It's got to be quite a challenging thing to hit yourself into a position where you can do a song and you've never done one before.
Yeah. This is an oddly motivational song. You kind of wouldn't expect that from a comedy song, but I think when you hear it, and I'm going to tell you there's a left turn in there, and you're going to be like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Okay. Am I going to be tricked when I think that, or is it actually going to be kind of nice?
No, it actually is, like, just kind of nice.
Okay.
But I don't think I have anything else to add, unless you have any questions that I might be able to answer.
Are you going to tell us what the H&S stands for, or not until after it's over?
Oh, you'll be able to know. It becomes very clear within the context of the song.
Okay, perfect. Let us be surprised.
All right. Well, if you have no further questions, I have nothing else to say, really. So we
No,
can
I
just...
think we're good to go. I wanna hear this, and I wanna see how it ranks in terms of pop punk, and then also comparative to Vapin' in Vegas.
All right. So we will now jump into HS by Tom Cardy.
We all get a thought that stops us in our track. Am I living to my full potential? Or am I holding myself back? You gotta stop that shit, 'cause you're perfect. Shake off that analysis paralysis. If you need some help to see, take a lesson from space. Say Pluto's not a planet. Do you think that Pluto gives a shit? Pluto is not gonna quit, 'cause Pluto can take a hit, and Pluto knows what Pluto is, and Pluto knows that Pluto's hot shit. You know Pluto knows it. I won't ever be a planet, it don't matter, 'cause I know that I'm still hot shit. And you're hot shit too, so get out of your brain and just do what you're supposed to do. Hot shit. You know Pluto knows it. Expect some fucking magic from the glove planet. Hot shit. And you're hot shit too, so get out of your way and just do what you were born to do. Before Pluto got wise and said, gosh dang it, it's true Pluto was jealous of them big other planets. But did you know that Jupiter, the biggest by far, was also jealous 'cause the dorks on Earth called him a failed star? The star that he was jealous of was cold, our sun, who was herself consumed with thoughts that she would never become a big black hole. She would constantly chase the dream to be so big that she could eat time and space. A trillion miles away, a place the sun could not see. There's sat a bad bitch sucking up reality, who turned her gaze into the center of our galaxy and said, when I'm supermassive, yeah, I'll be happy. But the biggest, baddest, supermassive thing to exist spun in the middle of them all and said, I think I'm saying shit. I've seen a perfect product star, I've seen a triple quasar, but I've never seen a dwarf planet go this hard. Hot shit. And you know Pluto knows it. I don't need to be a planet, 'cause I know that I'm so worth it, baby. Hot shit. And you're hot shit too, so stop doubting yourself and just feel this cosmic. Hot shit. You know Pluto knows it. Expect some fucking naughty from this heavenly body. Hot shit. And you're hot shit too, so look up to the stars. The universe is waiting for you. Now and then I get the thought that stops me in my tracks. Am I talking about space too much? I should really try to cut back. I've gotta stop with that shit, 'cause I'm pop. Space is fucking cool, and so are you. If you let me talk about space with you. Hot shit. I won't ever be an astronaut, but I'm still hot like Halley's Comet. And you're hot shit too, so let's shoot for the stars. I'll bet we land on the moon. Do you like my space metaphor? Hot shit. Would you like to know what I use it for? To prove to you that you are hot shit too. Now get out of my room and show this planet what hot shit
All right, now I
do.
think you know what HS stands for. Am I right?
Yeah, I figured it out really quickly. Once that chorus started, and I gotta tell you, dude, that song was amazing. We were laughing a little bit ourselves just there. Like, I know we had to listen to one song ever multiple times, and that's because it was the first time we ever heard it. But listening to this song, I told you I'd listen to it again right now. It was awesome. I laughed
Yeah.
way too much, not in a bad way, but way too much.
But it's one of those songs where it's like it hits on a couple different levels because it's funny, but it's also oddly motivational, right? I said it was going to be like a kind of nice song. So
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
even though it's funny, it's got like a really positive message behind it, and it's just a fucking banger. It's catchy as hell.
Yeah, it kind of it hits the same way that Wolves of Glendale did, but for different reasons. So like Wolves of Glendale hit because it was just pure absurdity. And there was still some absurdity here, but it wasn't in the same sense where it was just, what the fuck did they just say? It was more like, oh, okay, cool. Like the fact that, I did want to say, I did not know this person's name. And I've done this before in the past with other things where I know of things, but didn't know that I knew what they were. So I've seen his videos before. I can't remember what one it was. It's like, I remember his face. I remember his ability. So I knew what I was in for once I saw who it was, and that kind of got me excited about it, because I don't remember what I heard. It's going to kill me to not think of it right now, but like he has other like meme songs, like short songs.
Yeah, oh yeah. He'll do like short little like parodies of songs and stuff too, so.
Yeah. So I've seen that. I've seen one or two, but like there's one that I know that like it's in my mind, but I don't remember what the context was of the song that he did. I didn't know that I knew him, but I did know him. I knew what he was capable of, so I kind of knew like what kind of goofy realm he'd be in, but that doesn't mean anything, right? I definitely went in this and not knowing what to expect. I definitely didn't think that it was going to be a song about Pluto, first and foremost. And I want to say thank you for telling me to not going into lyrics, because there's times where like I'll read ahead of the lyrics when we're listening to other songs, because I want to be prepared to hear how they sing them, because obviously that kind of, depending on the song, you might say things differently depending on how you're feeling and what you're trying to convey, all that stuff. With this, you're going to do your best to kind of enunciate and be clear with what you're saying, because you want the people to hear what you're delivering, right?
Yeah. And plus, I didn't realize it, but the video itself actually had the lyrics included, which was nice as well.
Oh, I always appreciate when that happens, because, yeah, then you're like right on time, you know exactly what they said.
Yes. And
there's sometimes too where they do like funny stuff with the lyrics and have them spinning in, and like they'll light them up almost like it's like a, not a sing-along, karaoke would be the, I guess sing-along's the same thing, but yeah, I definitely did not expect, I didn't know what HS stood for. Hot shit is funny, I'm here for that, but I definitely didn't expect today's song to be about Pluto. But I gotta say, I loved the fact that it was. I always agree, I think Pluto is still a planet. The fact that they're trying to sit here and speculate between the two different things and classify it as one or the other is stupid to me. It's still a celestial being that follows our planets, or our solar system forever, and will forever. Screw you.
It's a dwarf planet. Whatever, man.
Yeah, screw you. Screw you,
what's
the
the
dwarf
second
bullshit.
word?
Exactly. It's still planet.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I loved that they were using Pluto as like a, you think Pluto gives a shit about what people think about it? It's still out there being beautiful as fuck.
That's right. And you know, all those other big stars that you think are so cool, they've got insecurities too.
I thought that was really funny. I thought it was hilarious that they said, oh yeah, well, you think that's a big deal? Jupiter's sad because we keep calling it a failed star. And it's like,
and the sun is sad because she doesn't think she'll ever become a black hole.
And then the black hole's like, man, what's that really awesome thing in the middle, creating our whole planet and our whole universe and everything? And they were like, yo, you see fucking Pluto?
That's fucking hard, man.
Yeah, that was awesome. that went on a journey and brought you back with like, yeah, that was at the hard left. That was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like he even sets up the rhyme. Like, if you need some help to see, take a lesson from space. Because automatically you're like, he's going to say me. Take a lesson from me. And it's like,
right.
Nope, not at all. We are going elsewhere with this one.
Bait and switch.
Yep.
That was awesome. I'm always a fan of that kind of stuff. And I always think it's especially like next level when you do it all on your own. And I know you said they did all the instruments, but like to then see them playing them all and like looping them together, and they also make it funny because like they dress up differently to pretend like they're a different character, but it's literally just him.
Oh yeah.
And I always got like that kind of like knee slap laugh out of just like the different characters and outfits that people create to try to pretend to be like Oh, this is the bassist. That wasn't me. Oh, that was Patricia.
Yeah, you could tell because of the way it's recorded. I'm pretty sure it's just recorded on a phone. Like, I think he just records everything on his phone and then edits it all together, which I always appreciate a good DIY aesthetic. So, more power to him, you know?
Absolutely. I was actually going to say that I wasn't a fan of the fact that it had the weird parameters, because I know that it was then done on the phone, just like you had mentioned yourself. But then again, when you mentioned it and thought about it, and then I had to realize a lot of the time it's those people that are working on those kind of videos that work with the start and stops. And I don't know how the hell they do that sometimes. That's impressive. So the fact that he probably did do something along those lines, where he either did the pause and change outfits, come back in, get yourself the countdown, and then go back in and start playing right where you're supposed to be, and being like, pa-da-da, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how he could have done all that stuff. I know the people that do those kind of like transition videos where it's like you're doing one thing and then you start stop and it's doing something else again. Like, those are just crazy good production value. Like, credit to you guys for doing that kind of stuff. I don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
But like to then go ahead and do it yourself for the music video aspect of it too. Like, even if you did record that in 20 different sections and then cut it all up and put it together, that's still a lot of fucking work and a lot of, damn dude, way to go kind of stuff. Props where props are due. Again, he's out here doing it all.
For real.
And not only just the production value of what they were working on too, and all the different layers and the different outfits and all the work in creating that kind of stuff, but also just the song itself. You could have just phoned it in if you had really good lyrics, something really funny, like a good hook, which this thing had throughout the entire time. But like, you can just throw it in sometimes and just kind of put together the most basic chord progression possible, because people aren't going to be paying too much attention to it if they're listening to anything else. And I think that's something else that goes to the level of sincerity that they take in their craft when they're doing this kind of stuff. Because like you said yourself, having it be a comedy musician, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to have to get over on those different kinds of hurdles. And you got to figure out what way you're going to go about it, because you don't want to present yourself in that kind of arrogant sense where you could have just phoned it in, if you want to take people to take you seriously too. So like, this goes all out. There's tons of great lyrical content, and there's also, just from the one listen that I had, really great musical content too, and just like musical skill on display.
Definitely. Because you could see it. I mean, you can see it in the video because he's playing all the instruments. But even if you didn't have the video, I think you'd be able to hear there are a lot of different layers to the song itself, just in terms of instrumentation and even vocal effects and things like that. You see that at a couple different points he's using the vocoder, he's got the synthesizer, the keyboard, guitar, bass, and drums. See him playing the drums. Maybe those are programmed, but honestly, I would let that slide, because there's already so much going on. And again, knowing that it's just him doing it himself, I appreciate that, because I know how hard it is to write a song by yourself. Obviously, to some people it comes much easier, but there's a lot of work that goes into it when you have to write out each instrument, and then he takes it a step further, writing each instrument, performing each instrument, mixing, mastering, lyrics, effects, video. He's probably even the one that like put the text into the video. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just everything was just Tom Cardy, Tom Cardy, Tom Cardy.
No, absolutely, and you can see that the whole way through for sure. Because like, yeah, exactly what you said. Like, not only just because you can see it, but also you can just hear it, right? And I will say the drums part, I think he had like it looked like a similar drum board that we saw when we watched the Wolves of Glendale episode 2, where he kind of had that like little setup piece kind of thing where you can still drum on it. So maybe it was something like that, because I know like a lot of people that do like the live DJ stuff, or even just to create their own beats. I think I can't remember the name of the person you sent me that does the walking on the streets with the whole setup.
Oh, Ari. I can't remember his last name, but
That's all I had to was
yeah.
Ari. But anyway, That video that person that we watched that does that and kind of just creates beats on the fly, where like he's drumming technically on that board to get the beat that he wants, and then looping it. I mean, you still played it, you still created the beat that you needed for the instance, and for the fact that you're doing everything else instrumentally, like I think if you over speculate what they did on drums on the fly, I think you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, for the fact that you went through and like we were saying before, and all the credits that we gave already with the lyrics and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, he created a beat, he created a underbeat to it. There was everything else that was going on musically with the guitars and the bass. He had a whole flow set up with everything, and then I mean, if we're gonna really like, come on, there's worse drummers in bands that have been even more famous.
Oh, for sure.
So like, yeah, if we had that and it was pretty basic and then looped, that's still pretty awesome, because that's more than I could have done.
Yeah. Not to discredit anyone else or anything like this, but again, when you consider that this is just one person, we've talked about Wolves of Glendale a whole bunch, but like that's 3 guys. And I think it's a lot easier to write when you have someone to bounce ideas off of. So, and I mean, we even saw that when we watched them making their Donkey on the Edge song.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely easier when you have someone that you can be like, oh, what about this? What about that? And then you can just kind of like, yeah. It's not it doesn't have to all come from one place, right?
Yeah, I know for me, and I'm sure this is a problem that tons of people have. It's just like you are your own worst critic a lot of the time. So when you're by yourself trying to come up with something, and then you'll be like, nah, I don't know about that. What you really should do is just show it to someone. Anyone, and be like, I came up with this thing, what do you think? And most of the time when you're like, I don't know about it, they'll be like, dude, that's awesome, shut up, use it.
Yeah, no, I agree totally with that, and it's definitely one of those things that's nice to hear, and having that person or people that you can go to with that is also, it's a good thing to have, because when we were first starting out too, we had people that we went to and were like, hey, what do you think, be honest. Because you know, we obviously are 2 people that are very close to it, and we obviously, you know, are gonna have different feelings towards it no matter what anyone says. So
Yes.
yeah, having somebody in the room with you first and foremost is big, especially when it's people like again, we're going to them, but any band that has more than one member, because that you're both at that level then. So obviously you're going to trust each other when you doubt yourself and someone else says, no dude, this is great. Like the person that's riding there with you is going to be way more brutally honest than anybody else, because they're the one that's going to have to go out there and perform it with you.
Yeah.
So they need to agree with you just as much as you do, right? So
Yeah, I'm sure that he has people that he went to. It's like, hey, I'm working on this song. Even
Right.
if you are doing this whole DIY thing, you're gonna want the opinion of other people. Unless you truly are that egotistical and you're like, this is just the coolest shit ever. Which I'm sure there are people out there like that, but I have to say that he doesn't strike me as that kind of person. Not that I know him personally or anything like that.
no, right. I even wonder too, considering that we did mention he definitely uses a phone to do his recording for his episodes, or not his episodes, his music videos. I wonder if he potentially even live streams when he's like creating or working together, because there's so many people that when you're gamers, you know what I mean, they'll sit there and they'll live stream 6 or 7 hours, but they still put together clips and short rolls and like recaps of what happened on the day, because nobody wants to go back and watch 9 hours of somebody running through the same map over and over and over again. They want to see the good parts, so that's what you edit out all the other filler stuff and you just put on like the really good plays or the really good game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, if I'm gonna be working on music by myself rather than be by myself, if I live stream, at least, sure, it might be like well, I can't remember the name of the word, but an echo chamber. It might be an echo chamber because they're here to watch me because they like me, but there's also going to be people that show up that never knew me before, and they're going to hear what I'm doing and be like, nah, this sucks. And then I'll know. But then you also have a quick way of finding someone that's going to wait to see what you put out when it's finished, because like we saw when we were watching that video, like it's very different watching them create it versus the final product when you release the actual video, right?
Yeah. There is actually an artist that I haven't thought of recently,
His name is Mark Rebier, and I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he actually got pretty popular around the time of the pandemic because that's what he was doing. Like, he would just go live and stream himself just composing music using his keyboard and synthesizer and drum pad. And he wrote a lot of good stuff. Most of it was like all off the dome. And then he would take suggestions from chat about what he should sing about. And some of the songs he wrote were actually really good. And yeah, I haven't thought about him in a while. I'm sure he's still out there doing his thing, but like, there aren't as many people just watching streams anymore since the world has restarted since then. Yeah. But it is an interesting concept. He got really popular doing that. So I don't know if there is still a market for that. Like, we mentioned Ari, who goes around the streets of New York, free-forming beats and having people freestyle over them, which is similar-ish, but I feel like it takes a special kind of talent to be able to just live stream and freeform music like that, especially when you have an audience.
Yeah, I would say that I think it's Ari on the Street is the channel, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something where if you search that, it would show up. That's the best I'm going to give you right now. I feel like he has almost an advantage in the sense because you're going out there and you're engaging with people randomly that probably wouldn't, obviously, be on the phone watching, but they're going to want to go watch the clip later on to be like, yo, this guy watching, or I saw this guy, look, here I am. Especially if it's a song that's like a banger, because there are a few that really are just absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But who's to say, like, if he's live streaming for 8 hours, I know personally I would not be able to sit there and watch him for 8 hours doing that. But if he's using that same beat until he finally gets someone that has good lyrics, we wouldn't know because he has the best one where it's him doing it, or he has the best lyrical content on his videos later, because again, why would we want to watch 6.5 hours of lead up to watch a 5-minute absolute killer? That's not what we're here for anymore. That's what that's the live stream. That's the who wants to see what my life's like and hang out with me kind of thing. I think that that Ari would have the advantage in the sense because he'd have people that he can keep walking into, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to be like, what are you doing? what is this?
Yeah. And then there are people that actively seek him out too. They're like,
right,
oh shit, like he's streaming today, I'm going to jump out there and do my thing.
Right, because there's going to be people that think that they have their ability to be found because of that, which is also fine. I mean, you find each other that way, you work together that way, it's good.
Yeah.
But back to Tom Cardy. I wonder how many of this, like this kind of audience, like we said before, it's difficult to figure out what that is. Like, what else have they made in long form? Because I know like short form they have either just like, it's either situational things or like some kind of humor that obviously is short form. So it's not the whole song, but what other full type of songs are there? And like, are they all topical about something different, or is it, you know what I mean? Help me out. What are we trying to...
I mean, they are all kind of in this vein of the sound of them is all kind of the same, that sort of funk pop sound.
Okay.
But lyrically, it's all comedy, but it's kind of all over the place. One of the other songs that I know very well is called Red Flags. It features Montaigne, and it's about him going on a date with a girl who, he asks her what her favorite movie is, and she says Human Centipede, and then it's just, they go from there.
That's actually hilarious.
I think I actually put this song on the Wolves of Glendale playlist, but it's called A Beautiful Mind, and it's just him going to therapy and talking about all the things he sees in his brain. And the therapist being like, oh, fuck yeah, that's so cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's all kind of that sort of catchy, but also funny, like, where it will get stuck in your head, but you'll also chuckle at the same time.
Right. You know what comes to mind when we're talking about this, too, is Little Dicky. I know I've talked about him before.
Yeah.
But it makes me think of that song, whatever that... I don't know the name of it now. But where he's got, like, the first date or whatever it is, and the girl comes home and, like, it's him and his brain have a conversation or whatever.
Yeah, pillow talking.
Pillow talk, yes.
It's like a It's like a 10-minute long song, too.
Epic. Absolutely amazing song. I don't know if we'll ever do it on the show or not because it's absolutely ridiculous and it's one of those things that's better off watched than when you're ready to watch it. But I promise you, like, you'll die laughing and you will love so many parts of it. And, like, he goes hard. He goes
Oh, yeah.
hard in that song.
It is a very good song. And it does have an accompanying music video, which is definitely worth watching because
So much better with the video.
it's all over the place.
It is. It is hilarious. It's great. But like knowing that there's that Tom Cardy also has like that similar red flags on a first date. That's what it makes me think of in that sense. Nothing else obviously because I don't know as I punch my microphone because I talk with my hands. I don't know what else Tom Cardy has lyrically for that, but or even just what the sound is other than as you said before that kind of funk, which is it was really good, and I can see why there's like the pop punk tag to it because it has like that like I don't know the right way to say that the punk happens because like to me I always look at the punk with
I think you're mishearing me because I'm not saying punk with a P. I'm saying funk with an F.
oh okay I heard you say funk before but I thought you said pop punk at the beginning.
Nah, I just don't enunciate clearly sometimes.
Nah, my ears don't work either. Look at us. Anyway. But yeah, pop funk. I see it. Yes, 100%. Okay. I was ready to see like I could see how it could be pop punk in the sense of just like it's being rebellious with its lyrical sincerity to it, but like I definitely heard the funk.
Oh yeah.
It was a very interesting take for what kind of musical profiles to take. I was here for it though, because he killed it.
Yeah.
I love the amount of sequined clothes and weird glasses that he has.
Yeah, that's what Jupiter looks like. That's what Pluto looks like. That's what the sun looks like.
I really want to know where he got like the different varying levels of like black glasses too, because like when he went from being the proto star and the everything else, like it just got more and more like the best way I can say it is like Matrix.
Yes. Yeah. The all black and the sunglasses. Yeah.
Yeah. It got more Matrix style inspired as it went on, which was hilarious too. I'm just looking back at the lyrics, just laughing. I don't need to be a planet because I know that I'm still worth it, baby. Hot shit.
Hot shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners, everyone in between, if you ever feel like you're not good enough, just think about Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto
is not going to quit. Yeah, Pluto is not going to quit. Because Pluto can take a hit. And Pluto knows what Pluto is. And Pluto knows that Pluto's hot shit.
That was me doing a bunch of or a bunch of snaps
Yeah.
in a poet circle there at the end. That was. You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. And I mean, I can't tell you. I don't think I've ever had a moment where I needed to be. I needed to know what could inspire me to do the next thing. But like this is a very motivational song, as you said, and it's definitely like, it's gonna go up there on like my Eye of the Tiger playlist.
Yeah. When people ask me, like, what are some of your favorite motivational things? I'm like, oh man, I love this book series called the Stormlight Archive, and you know there are 5 books in, and a question that keeps coming up is, what is the most important step a man can take? And everyone always goes, it's the first step, and you go, no. The answer is always the next step. Also, this song about Pluto being a planet and Pluto thinking that Pluto's hot shit, that's really motivational to me too.
I like how it went from like really deep to like, wait, what?
Exactly. Inspiration in all shapes and sizes.
I'm very curious about this book series. Tell me more, but hang on. I really want to know about this song.
But I really need you to tell me more about how you personified Pluto.
And they're hot shit now? I'm sorry? Can you please tell me more? I I feel like the Halley's Comet call out too is almost like one of those, hey guys, I know more than just Pluto and Protostar and Jupiter, okay? Halley's Comet exists.
Yeah.
Was that like an accessibility for the people that are out there so like you didn't say something more like obscure?
Maybe. He didn't want to mention the Kuiper Belt or anything like that.
I don't even know what that is, but I will say I do know about Halley's Comet, and I do feel like there was a much bigger deal about Halley's Comet when I was a kid than there ever has been since. Am I just,
Oh, yeah.
am I misremembering that, or like,
Nah.
wasn't it supposed to come around like more often than that? Or am
I thought it
I
was like every 20-ish years. I'm not sure.
maybe it's more infrequent than I thought, but like I feel like I thought like it should have been around by now again. I'm out here like looking at my watch, like where are you? Here, I thought celestial bodies were always very well timed. Hello. Oh, I was gonna say I've also been saying that about that giant massive comet that's supposed to be coming hurling towards us. A margin of error that could kill us all, right? Isn't that supposed to happen still, or is
Yeah,
that?
that happens like once every couple months.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
so you've been failing way more often than I realized.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it! I'm really glad I don't focus on that on like a daily level where it's just
Oh, yeah.
like
Because then this is the one. This is it.
right, because like it's bad enough when like you got to remind yourself, yeah, there's some bad stuff that happens with airplanes, but like that's like one in so many, and like just relax, you'll be fine. But like it could be you at any point, and that's also terrifying. But to know that you're constantly on that airplane technically, and there's constantly a chance that you can collide with something and just be gone forever, that's very real every single day. Every single second.
But if you think about it, it would just be exhausting.
It's like trying not to think about the fact that you're blinking right now or swallowing.
Yeah, or the fact that you can't find a comfortable place in your mouth for your tongue.
And it's really hard to understand if you're breathing rhythmically or not, so you have to make sure that you are.
Well, now that we've successfully annoyed all of our listeners, also uncross
If there's
your
anyone
legs.
here.
Uncross your legs and unhunch your shoulders, damn it.
This is your reminder to relieve your stress in your shoulders and just go ahead and breathe. It's fine.
Exactly.
Oh, and, yeah. Did you say unscrunch your face? Did you say that?
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, also unscrunch your face because you've had that look for way too long.
Yep.
But no one saw it, I promise.
But we know.
But yeah, I think that was all I had today for my notes. What about you?
I think that is it for me as well.
Good. So then you can go ahead and listen to me tell you about social media and how you can, be a part of that with us. Thanks for that killer introduction. Couldn't have done it better myself. All right, Scoobs, time to get real. Cue the Sarah McLachlan. Just kidding. We do, first of all, want to say thank you for checking us out, and hopefully if you made it this far, you like what we're doing, and you want to help. And if so, here are some key ways. Most importantly, share our podcast with a friend or an enemy. We don't judge. We just encourage that organic sharing and growth because that's how Scoops and I learn about songs together when we do our episodes. Next, you can share our social media posts from Facebook as The Feedback, THE space FEEDBACK, or on Instagram, THEFEEDBACK_PC. You can comment, share, like, whatever you want to do. Just make it constructive at least. You can leave us a review on Facebook or wherever else you might be able to. I know some streaming services allow it. 5 stars would be great, and if not, tell us why. Next, you can check out our episode-inspired playlists. We send one out every week. We're doing it for you guys and ourselves, but mostly you guys. Keep listening to us weekly. That'd be awesome too. Or check out our old stuff. We got some catalog at this point. And the most important thing of all, just keep being awesome. Alright, well, I think that was quite a bit, but I think it was all-inclusive, and I hope you do it. I want to say thanks, and love ya.
And now that you've done that, I would like to give, of course, a shout out to the artist that does our intro and outro music, Exile, and thanking them for the use of their song Egg, which is a great song. You should go listen to it. Go listen to more Exile. Go listen to more Tom Cardy, of course, because as we all know, in a couple of days, we will have a nice playlist full of Tom Cardy and other related artists.
No, absolutely. Your algorithm's about to be completely changed on everything that you get on your Facebook or Instagram because of this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this is definitely where his main following started, right?
Sure, yeah. If we can get him even a little bump, I'd be happy.
One new person, maybe two.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Technically all I need to start a cult is 2 people.
Whoa, now that's not something we want to talk about, right?
Okay. Alright, well thanks for listening, everyone. And why don't you join us next time for whatever we dig up next. Goodbye.
Wrong thing showing.
How did that happen?
I don't know, but I'm looking at Zelda Wind Waker on classical guitar.
Which is a great video.
Oh, I'm here for
But-
it, yeah. But that is not what I'm supposed to be looking at.
I changed the stream. Did that fix it?
Mm-mm.
What the heck? Alright, let me stop streaming. And try again. No, it's still showing Zelda. I see that now.
Interesting.
Let's do this. There we go. That should
Whatever.
do it.
All right, cool. Now I'm
Problem
gonna mute
solved.
myself.
Alright.